I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys. Hey, today we're showing the new Instax 210 camera. I almost said digital camera, but it's not a digital camera. This is a film camera, and moreover, it's an instant film camera, meaning when I press the button on this camera and take a picture, it spits out a piece of film at the top, and it actually processes right before your very eyes. So this is something that's been around for years as far as instant photography, but it's gaining kind of a rebirth in popularity, especially with young people out there. So we have two products. There's another video on our Instax Mini 7S, and this is the larger camera, which gives you in turn larger pictures, called the Instax 210. So I'm going to unbox this for you right now and show you, if you buy one of these, what do you get inside. Okay, so first of all, of course, there's the instruction manual and a nice size strap for a good size camera. And here we have this, what I would say a detachable mirror, and this is great for people who like to take pictures of themselves, you know, so you can see exactly where you're framing when you're pointing the camera at you.
It also acts as a close-up lens,
and it also can convert the camera for macro shots as well. So it's very popular these days, especially with young people, holding that camera out and getting shots of themselves. Have you seen this pose before?
Yeah.
So, and here's the camera.
Wow.
I know a lot of people out there are immediately going, wow, look at the size of that camera. I don't think I've ever seen a camera that big unless it was like a professional camera. But the reason the camera is so large, and we haven't seen a lot of this around lately, is because the actual film, or the actual picture size, is a good size picture in this model, and if the camera was not big, we could not make a good size instant picture. So as big as it is, it's the best model these days to take the largest size instant picture. Great for parties, things like that. Anyways, Billy, why don't you go through on a first look basis? I'll get the batteries out and the film out while you're showing the people how to use that, where all the buttons and controls.
Thank you, Greg. So again, it's a nice little weighted piece of camera. Again, pretty compact. 20 years ago. Okay. 20 years ago. But let's take a quick look at this, Greg. If we take a look at the front of the camera, of course, we have the lens. It has a built-in lens cover on the front. The lens itself is approximately a 95 millimeter lens equivalency, and the range normally is approximately 0.9 meters to about infinity for the focus. We have the flash, which is right in front. We have the shutter release button, again, which is near the front where your fingers and the grip is, so it's a good location to easily click that camera. We have the optical viewfinder, so this is where you frame the shot. Of course, you'll take a look at the back of it, of course. If we take a look at the top of the camera, this is where basically the film is ejected from the camera once it's exposed and the shutter opens up. We have where on either side actually of the camera where you can attach the strap. So if you don't want the camera to drop, it's a good place to put that in. On the one side, which is the right side, we actually have the battery cover. So just want to show you that quickly. Just slide it open. It takes 4 AA batteries, which are included with the camera. I'll put that back. And on the opposite side, we have some minor controls on the camera. We can turn the flash on and off. We have the brightness adjustment on the camera. So again, it's adjusting the aperture. So whether it's a light or a dark picture or even a normal shot, where you would change that. And then you have also the focusing options. So if you want to change the focusing on the camera, it actually has 2 different steps of focus. So the first focus starts from 0.9 meters to 3 meters. And if you push the button again, you then set it to 3 meters to infinity. So if you're taking a picture of a landscape, that's where you would set the 3 meters to infinity. And any subjects closer than 3 meters, you would switch it back to that 0.9 to 3 meters. You have the on and off switch there, or the power switch. And then you have an LED sort of indicating what mode you have in terms of the brightness. So lighten, normal, darken, and also the distance of focus from, again, 0.9 to 3 meters to 3 meters to infinity. Okay? Now, Greg showed you earlier the macro lens. So this is basically a cool little device that allows you to attach in front of the lens. And we recommend you attach that when the camera is on, so the lens when the camera is turned on, the lens comes out, and then you can actually easily attach that to the front of the camera. There is a little mirror to allow you to sort of, if you're doing a self-portrait of yourself, to frame yourself. But the lens itself is adjusted so that you get a closer focus. So that's the whole idea behind this little thing. And again, it can be attached to the side so you don't lose it. You have this little indicator here that goes above the optical viewfinder. Again, if you are just taking pictures, it helps you frame the shot at that point. Okay, so let's start off by putting batteries into the camera. So on the right side, we'll slide that cover open. Thank you, Greg. I'll grab those AA batteries from you. As you can see, if you follow the labels, it tells you which direction or orientation the battery should be at. I'm just going to put that in. That way, this one the opposite way. That. And I got the last one. Thank you, Greg. And of course, if you put the batteries in correctly, you would know that because the camera wouldn't switch on. Okay? But before I do that, Greg, I want to insert the film on the camera. Okay. So we take a look at the back of the camera again. It does have, this is where you insert the film in. And before you open up the cover, you should always take a look at that little indicator there. There's a little window to the top right of this cover, and it just tells you if you actually already have film in the camera. So you don't want to open it up when there's already film, otherwise that film set is gone and you're going to overexpose the pictures. So Greg's opened the package. It's sealed up. We recommend you that you don't open up the package until you actually use the film. So you want to store the film in a nice dry place. Otherwise, you might damage the film because it is film. So on the back, there's a little indicator, yellow indicator to the top right of the film package. And on the camera, there's also a yellow indicator as well. There's also a little diagram that tells you that. So all I have to do is match that, put it in, close that, and the film basically is set. So it's very, very simple to insert the film. The package that we sell with the film, because it's not included, comes in a 2-pack. So you get about 20 exposures on that. So Greg, let's turn the camera on. So I'm going to push the power button. Wow.
Oh, you put the batteries in right.
Woo! So again, it's ready to take the picture. I'm going to look through the optical viewfinder. I'm going to take a picture of my colleague, Fuji guy Greg.
Or is he?
But wait, guys. The first shot you take will be basically the film cover. So that now protects the film from being exposed prematurely. Now you're ready to actually take your shot. So round 2.
Take 2.
There you go. So that's basically instant film using the Instax 210 camera. Just as a quick note on some operations of the camera, if you notice that it takes about 30 seconds for the flash to cycle up and it's ready to go. So there's a little flash LED of the optical viewfinder on the back of the camera, and if it takes about 30 seconds, it's probably time to replace that battery. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's a quick look and first operations of the Instax 210 by Fujifilm.
Okay, excellent. Just a couple more things. Do you have this one's going to take a minute to process. Do we have one that's already been fully processed, just so people can get an idea of the print size? And while Billy's doing that, I'm just going to give you one word of caution. Again, if you haven't used film before, because I know a lot of you young people out there have not used film, there's 2 things to remember. A, film has an expiry date on it, and when you buy film, you should check for the expiry date on the package. And B, film is susceptible to environmental conditions, especially heat. So do not leave film in an area like the dashboard of your car, somewhere where it's going to get exceptional heat on it. So there's everything you need to know about the Instax 210. And until next time, I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys.
Fuji Guys.